Welcome back to Frontier Bobs, an actual play RPG played in the acid western role-playing game Frontier Scum by Carl Druid.
Yeehaw! I'm Janette, and I'm playing Killdread Sprains, wanted dead for casual murder.
Hi, I'm Cristina, and I'm playing Mariposa de la Cruz Rosales, also known as Smiley, and I got attempted grave robber to my name.
Yippee! I'm Dan, and I'm playing Archie Elseworth. I'm wanted dead for attempted picketing.
I'm Shaun, your game marshal. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on Frontier Bobs. Bang, bang, bang! Pew, 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 pew! It was a shootout at the Trionic Abbey as our outlaws were surrounded by attacking bandits from the desert. They fought hard, working to outflank and surround the attackers, and won out in the end, but at a terrible cost. Clem Cuddles III was gut-shot, and as he draws deep on his final cigarette, the hard-faced Mariposa de la Cruz Rosales draws her knife across his throat, ending his suffering, rather than watching him painfully bleed out for the next 8 minutes. You stand now around Clem's body outside the gates of the Abbey. It's just after dark, and you're surrounded by the fallen corpses of many bandits. What do you do?
Start a looting, I guess.
I thought we should maybe take care of Clem here.
Well, you can dig a grave. I'm busy.
No. I was just
Wow.
going to prop him up on his horse and slap the butt.
Oh,
No, we gotta bury him. It's what he would have wanted.
yeah. We should probably bury him and keep his mule, I think, because the mule was pulling the cart.
The lawyer.
No, that's true. All right.
All right.
Well, hey, second idea. There's
Okay.
that big well over there.
Just dump him in there.
Would he like to be buried in water?
I didn't know him well enough to say if he was into water or not, but other than transportation of...
He'd be too scared. He needs to go on the ground.
His name's Clem the Third. Would he want to go back to his family?
I mean, I remember pretty well that he didn't seem to like his family very much.
Yeah, I think his grandpappy wanted to murder him.
Specifically, yes.
Oh, okay.
They're the ones who paid for the poster with the gold in it.
With the inlay.
Wait. I just realized. Clem had a bounty on his head.
That's true. Are you saying 3 other people with bounties should go collect on his
Well,
bounty?
you put on a disguise.
We can't turn him in. Oh, disguise, you say?
Now it's all changed. I mean, I do have my fancy clothes. Would a fancy lady be turning a man in?
Why not? Fancy bounty hunter?
But how are we going to preserve the body?
Well, do we just take the head? Okay. No more hypothetical. Okay, let's dig a grave. And then I look at the poster and see how much Clem was worth.
Oh, geez. I think he was worth a pretty decent amount here. Let's check
He was wanted for some sort of robbery, like extraordinary,
spectacular theft.
Yeah, spectacular theft. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he specifically robbed from his family.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably make like a makeshift coffin out of some like boards and things and take it
we
with
could rip
us.
some off the side of the house, maybe.
I guess.
like-
Exciting.
I have no idea when we're supposed to get to town.
Yeah, we're going to have the stinky corpse with us
Yeah.
for a while.
So we should bury him and then we'll come back.
Well, I say here, what do? We bury him and take this hat, and everyone will know that this is where we did kill this guy. Because it's a very trademarkable hat, you know?
That's true. He never give up that hat.
His hat got exploded by a bullet, though.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's on his head right now. It's like,
It was blown off.
yeah. And then I brought it back.
And then you returned the
Okay.
hat to him right at the end of the episode. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So there's a big old hole in it, though.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly. The hole that we put in there.
No. I didn't shoot at him.
I'm saying, no, I'm for the
you said-
bounty.
I see. Well, whatever. I don't think they care who kills him.
Yeah. So let's bury him and just keep the hat.
Can I check his wallet?
You check Clem's wallet and you rifle through his pockets. He has a piece of paper with the name Paul on it,
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
a pen,
Mm-hmm.
a can of beans.
That's on my belt. Yep.
You have a holster for cans of stuff on your belt?
It's better than trying to put it in my pocket, I thought.
He had some sort of like bear pelt or fur jacket, I think, that was able to reduce damage by 1.
Yeah,
Oh, right. Well, someone else can have that one.
I know, because that one traded hands a few times.
Yeah. It can go back to you if you were the former owner.
I'm okay. I have my own fur coat now. I think I skinned something and made my own.
Oh,
Or
Or I
I'll
got it
take
from, I think I got it from some guy I murdered.
I'll take the jacket.
Okay.
I have realized I have a very large body count now.
It's climbing.
I look at the inside of the church area and I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Think we
Should we
all
check
do.
these other bodies too?
Yeah.
You know that you've killed about 5 bandits in this raid. You also know that they were riding horses up, and you can hear them whickering out in the dark as they seem to be waiting around or maybe looking for some shrubs to eat.
All right.
Oh, I'm going to go look at the horses.
I'll maybe gather up all the bodies in the courtyard.
Okay.
And I'll dig a grave.
And you're digging a grave. Okay, so I'll have Dan, Archie, roll me D66. We're going to do this a couple times as you search the various bodies.
Okie doke. 45.
45. You find a stick of lip balm.
Wow.
Wow, fancy.
Stick of lip balm. Okay. Want another?
Yep.
12.
12. You find a piece of chalk.
This sounds really worth doing.
No wonder they tried to rob us. These guys were poor as hell.
They didn't realize they were also robbing other poor people.
61.
61. A silver pocket watch.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You could make me a wits check to see if you understand how worthwhile that item is.
I can see how time works.
I can't read, so I wonder if I can read a clock.
But I'd like to know like how much you could pawn it for.
13. Wits.
13. You think you probably get 25 silver for that.
Ooh. You want any more? Or we could...
If that's 3, we need 2 more.
Oh, I got the 66.
Ooh,
I'm excited.
Okay. This is a letter tucked into a breast pocket. I'll get you to roll me a D10.
You know I can't read, right? I just said this.
Yeah. But I need to know what the letter is. I need a D10.
Oh, okay. It shouldn't matter. It's going to be kindling. No.
I can read, just so you know.
7.
All right. I know what the letter is.
I got 55.
55? A checkered bandana.
Ooh.
That's cool.
I put that on.
It's blue and white. It's very nice. All right. In addition to that stuff, you find that amongst the bandits, they have 2 revolvers, 2 slots of ammo along with them. You find 2 repeaters.
Ooh.
Yes, that's what I've been looking for.
One bandit has a pair of matching revolvers,
Ooh.
separate to what was before. These have a really nice bone or antler handle on them.
Inlay.
Yeah, totally. They look really nice. Look like they're put together pretty well. And a doctor's bag.
Oh, there was a doctor. You could have saved Clem.
We had already killed the guy.
Doctor's bag, which has 6 uses in it.
6 uses. All right.
That's cool.
Feel free to divvy that up as you wish. However, as that's happening, Mariposa is trying to gather together these horses.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're wandering around through the dark. Maybe you've got your torch out or that oil lantern that Clem found.
Yeah.
And you're gathering the horses together. When you find that one of them is a very large draft horse,
Whoa.
and tied to its back is a person.
A living person?
It seems like it. They are maybe struggling a little bit against rope bounds, perhaps somebody who joining us today could describe this character.
Oh.
Hello, Shubert.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey.
Have you been here the
hi.
whole time?
No, we just
Where
showed
were
up.
you?
What does this tied up fellow look like?
So this fellow looks like kind of slender, tall man wearing the outfit of probably like a store clerk. Pretty nice, plain brown pants and white colored shirt with nice blue stripes. And you notice a green paperboy hat with or like a newsboy cap with a big red plaid patch sewn onto it.
Oh no, it's one of them newsies.
And I guess you can't see it now because he's like tied up on a horse, but he's got a really nice mustache.
Are you gagged?
Yeah, I think I'm gagged and tied up.
All right.
Once you get closer, you can hear me trying to yell out to anyone nearby. Moo! Moo!
Well, I wander over to you and I'll take your gag out there.
And you slowly slide your knife against his throat.
I know I did it last time, but
Dela Cruz, the throat slitter.
Whoa.
That's your new nickname.
First of all, it wasn't a knife. It was a sword.
Oh, right. Saber.
Oh, jeez.
Second of all, I just take the gag out of his mouth.
With your knife.
With my
Sword
knife.
slitter.
Oh, sorry, with your sword.
Mm-hmm. I just take it off. It's under like his chin hanging down. I imagine it's just like a handkerchief wrapped around him.
Yeah. Oh, thank you kindly, miss. The name's William Tamburino, though. Most folks call me Billy Bigtoes. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
I'm going to give this guy a good looking up and down as best as I can in the darkness. And I'll be like, why are you on the back of that horse?
Well, you see, I was sent out here on a mission. And then, this gang came up and said they was trying to help me. And anyway, I ended up all tied up like this. I don't suppose you could cut me free, could you?
Mariposa considers.
Yeah.
Yeah, long thought.
Mariposa tilts her head to the side.
Please?
Yeah, I'll do it. After a moment's hesitation, I mean, it's long enough that you notice that I did hesitate. I cut you free.
Oh, thank you kindly, miss. What was your name?
I never said.
That's why I'm asking.
And she never will.
Let's just say, when you need to know, you'll know.
Well, like I said, my name's William Tamburino, and he rifles through his pockets and eventually finds a business card and hands it to you.
Excellent. I read it, and it just says your name and everything you just told me.
Yeah, it's just William Tamburino, and then under it says purveyor of fine goods.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, Bigtoes, and I just tuck it away. What I really want to do is try to find, I guess, that draft horse. Is that your horse? I ask.
Oh, why, this horse? Yes, of course.
Oh. I look for the second best horse here.
Roll a d20.
And
All
then
right.
you cut his throat.
Kill the man for less.
19.
19. There is a second draft horse.
Oh, sick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you find a second white draft horse.
Ooh.
It looks like these guys were getting ready to haul something around. Who knows? They had some
Excellent.
pretty big horses. The other 3 that you're able to find are a mule, a riding horse,
Ooh.
and a second riding horse.
Wow. We're just rich in horses right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to try to co-opt this draft horse, the second one.
Okay.
I'll be nice and not steal Billy Bigtoes' right undertrim.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. Is Billy Bigtoes armed right now?
I think maybe once he has his shackles off or his ropes.
Maybe he had stuff in like a saddlebag or something.
Yeah, I think he reaches into his saddlebags and makes sure that everything's there.
Gotcha.
He doesn't have much, but he does have a long rifle.
Nice. So what I got to do to get this horse on my side?
I mean, these are domesticated horses. They're not feral or anything like that.
Well, yeah, I know that, but They might be spooked by some random person coming at them.
You need the horse whisperer skill.
We'll have to spend some time with these horses and find out what their likes and dislikes are, I think.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I need
Right.
to know, will he eat meat or will he not eat meat? All right, well,
It's a hard one to live with, that's for sure.
real quick, I'm going to check their saddlebags before I bring them back. But after that, I am going to bring everybody some horsies.
All right. Yeah, you check through the saddlebags. There's a few extra foodstuffs that you're able to find. Let's say another 4 rations,
Ooh.
4 water jugs that are half full. And yeah, you bring all the horses back up to the Abbey. You walk them through the front gates that now lie in splinters from what must have been dynamite, blowing them wide open. Beatrice is there with Killdread helping him dig the grave.
Oh no, he did like 2 shovelfuls and now he's smoking a cigarette.
Beatrice is like,
Hey, break time is break time.
perhaps we would have an easier time if we went to where there was, just sand rather than sandstone.
Okay. Can you recommend a good place that's nearby?
She points to the distance. Yes, there's a spot right over there, just not even 30 feet from where Killdread first initially started.
Now,
And she's been trying to tell him that this whole time.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Mariposa, who the hell is that guy?
Oh, well, introduce our new comrade, our friend here. His name is, flourish his card out, Billy Bigtoes. That's not even written on there. That's just what I remember.
Excellent memory.
Maybe you can't read either. Yeah.
Calling this man a friend, you know him?
No, I don't know him, but I know he was the enemy of our enemy, which is good enough for me right now.
Is that so?
That's true. That gang that tied me up, I don't like them at all.
Well, as you can see, all their bodies are right here.
Well, excellent job. Why don't I introduce myself formally? My name is William Tamburino, purveyor of fine goods, at your service. Whatever I can do to help you find folks, just let me know. I'm here to help.
You can help us by telling us how you got mixed up with that gang.
Well, it's a long and boring story, but it's a difficult story to tell. Why don't you tell me about yourselves first?
Nobody tries to interrupt you.
It's a little bit sus.
We're good.
Yeah, we know each other.
I just want to get it out there. We're all wanted criminals here.
Oh, well, I suppose I am a wanted criminal myself, though I do contest the charges. But I'm on a mission of sorts from one Marshal Knapp to, he's told me to head on over to Snakehole Pier. You folks familiar with that area?
Well, we know Nap, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're no friends of his, that's for sure as well.
Oh, yeah, he's a tough fella.
Wait, aren't we cool with Nap?
We work for him.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we work for him.
He sort of threatened us into this mission.
It's kind of our own fault. We blew all our money in town like the first night.
I didn't. And I'm still here.
It was Marshal Knapp that blew all my money. He stole all my wares.
See?
Huh.
He ain't a good guy, that's all I'm saying.
It is suspicious.
What does Knapp exactly want you to do?
Well, I got a complicated relationship with the man. He did help me out when I was in a bind, but he just wants me to deliver a letter to a woman named Harriel Bupsell. I think I got her name pronounced right. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I found a letter. Do you have your own letter?
I've got a letter too.
There are many letters in this world, my friend.
I think it's a letter. I think these are letters. Letters on it.
Are you actually showing it to us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. I pluck it from your hand and I'm like, this is indeed, sir, a letter. Good job.
Hey. Mama didn't raise no fool.
And then I take a quick read.
So on the outside of the letter, there is the symbol of the eye with the 2 slashes through it.
Okay.
You unfold it, and it says, Hurley. water carriers are out and about, heading north. Bring it back to the hole.
That seems about us.
Yeah, it seems to be not a good omen for who may know we're out and about these days.
I find that very suspicious. Because who would have known we were out here? We haven't run into anybody. Anyone we have run into has met the end of our guns.
Or become our friends. I point to Beatrice.
She waves.
I haven't decided on her yet.
You do also know that there was that glint of light and trail of smoke up on the ridge the morning before. You weren't able to find out or spot whoever was at that camp. By the time Clem got up there, it was abandoned.
That's true. Okay. So we have potentially been spotted by someone.
What was that last part about the hole? Prepare the hole?
They want to take us back to the hole.
To
Wherever the hole
Well, they
is.
want the water back to the hole. They don't
Yeah.
care. I don't think care about us very much.
No? Oh, weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. Who wouldn't care about us?
My friend, and I put my hand on your shoulder, just a rotten idiot.
William, your letter that you were meant to carry is still in your saddlebags. So
Okay.
That's
I
there
was
as
going to
well,
say
yeah.
William kind of like frantically looks around for it and then looks very relieved when he still finds it intact.
Where were you headed again?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what I was trying to figure out on the map here.
Well, I was trying to find a place called Snake Hole Pier.
you knew that to be in the maze.
Oh.
Yes, in the canyon maze. I should have said that.
So just east of here.
Did you read that letter of yours?
Oh, of course not. It's still sealed.
How do you know that as soon as they read that letter, they're not going to kill you?
Yeah, that's a good point he makes. You know what they say.
I don't have no problems with these people. It's Marshal Knapp that I got to report back to, so he's the one I'm worried about.
So looking at the map that we have here, there is that maze to the east. That's what it's referring to?
Yeah.
Okay. And we associate that with the symbol of the eye with the two.
Yeah, in the journal
Slashes.
that you found in the cave beneath this abbey, you saw that the maze, there was a poison spring, and the standing stones were all marked as locations within the journal. And the maze had the symbol of the eye drawn at the center of it in the journal.
Okay. So we may have beef with these people because we found that knife with the same symbol on one of the guys we've killed.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, and
So-
I should add too that the horses are all branded with that symbol.
Yeah, I feel like the symbol is everywhere. It's on that letter.
Okay. So
on-
that's either the symbol of this gang or some sort of bigger organization or something. But so far, they've tried to kill us twice now. So just a head up, Bigtoes.
Yeah, you want to get a jump on them? Is that what you're saying, Archie?
Maybe we can roll out and scout out the place.
Beatrice, you still care about your friends there?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Of course. You think that there's a chance that they might be there. I'm 100% for that, pursuing them.
I mean,
See if we can rescue my friends.
I was just asking if you wanted to stay behind or not.
Oh, I'd rather not be alone in the desert. Yes, thank you.
but you'll be with your sand.
Well, as plentiful as it is, it's a poor conversationalist.
If we're gonna find your comrades, if they're alive, that's where they will have been taken, it looks like.
Makes sense.
Yes, I'm on board for that. What sort of preparations should we make? I mean, it is the middle of the night. I know that Mariposa likes to travel during the night, but, we've also just been through an ordeal.
I think maybe we should rest up a little.
Should maybe rest tonight and the daytime because we're going to be so messed up.
You even marked yourself as miserable, I think.
Yeah.
Mariposa. You took that upon yourself after the events last session.
Mhm.
I ain't ready to leave.
Beatrice,
Yes.
I think it's about time you learned to shoot one of these things.
Look,
and I put a revolver in her hand.
I've
She's been shooting.
been shooting people plenty. I even wounded one of them.
I think it's time you learned to aim. Then.
I'm sorry, we can't all be a mass murderer like some of us.
Hey now, girl, I say underneath my hat while I have on my head.
Don't make me put another notch in my belt.
Oh my God.
Let's not.
Yes, of course. Thank you for the second gun. I will carry it on my waist alongside my previous one.
Yeah, I don't know why you assumed she couldn't.
I just don't remember her actually like shooting in those last fights.
I think she's missing quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, she didn't do a good job.
No, she does a lot of running around and not a lot of murdering.
Look,
I'll
we're
work
just
on
trying
that.
to say you didn't do a good job.
Well,
I don't know if that hurts your feelings.
your women's feelings.
C plus, room for improvement.
I'm saying maybe Archie, you can go take her out and shoot some cans out there.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'll keep digging this grave.
All right. Bigtoes, would you mind giving Killdread a hand with the grave? It's for a fallen comrade.
I don't need this Billy Bigtoes messing up my grave digging.
I mean, it doesn't look like you've done a whole lot.
Why don't I go set up the fire and the tents for y'all?
You good cook there, Billy?
Oh, I can cook. Yeah, sure.
Okay, cooking sounds good.
Oh, well, great. That sounds great. And I point to the dead bear that needs to be dealt with. And I'm like, sounds like you got yourself a job there, Bigtoes.
There's a horse eating the bear.
Stabbing Phantom. No, bad horse. And then I go and scold Stabbing Phantom.
Man, poor Bigtoes.
Yeah. I don't know if he's in a good position to be with us.
Yeah, you see the beginnings of trauma setting.
Oh, man. What a spoiled brat you are if this is just the beginning of your trauma.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
All right, so Billy Bigtoes is going to work on some food. Mariposa is going to
I'm going to go over that book.
go over the journal. Okay.
Yeah.
Archie is going to give Beatrice a shooting lesson
Yeah.
I
guess.
At night.
at night, and Killdread is going to dig the grave. Killdread, as you're digging this grave, you've known Clem for a few days now. What's kind of going through Mr. Sprains' head?
He's thinking about how Clem was always ruining his life, making shit real hard for him. But he didn't deserve to die the way he died. He should have died next to his grandpappy and his daddy in a big mattress.
After he murdered them?
Together.
Yeah.
Not murdered.
You didn't pay attention to him at all, did you?
He's also wondering if Beatrice might like him. But he's pushing that thought down because he's a tough guy.
What a romance.
And then he wipes his brow, even though he's only dug just a few centimeters deeper.
Yeah.
In the same spot, or did you actually move
In the same spot? He's not moving.
Excellent.
God, this sandstone's tough.
Archie, you and Beatrice have set up a few empty bottles and cans against one wall of the Abbey, and you've since moved all the bodies out into the outside of the walls, perhaps. You're, showing her how to hold the gun and how to look down the sights and aim it just so. You're reaching around her shoulder and adjust her grip a little bit. And there's a moment where you're kind of close and your faces are, just within a couple inches of each other. And you see her like nostrils flare and she like leans back and she's like, is that coyote piss?
Wow. She's a woman of culture.
She takes a step to the side. I think I've got it. And she fires.
I don't have any on me. I it's a lot.
It's just essence of coyote piss on you
That's fair.
at all times.
Yeah,
It's distracting because I just rolled for her and she missed.
Oh, no. I guess she doesn't got it.
I clearly sprayed this coyote urine to distract you. You have to be able to focus.
Oh, yes, I see it.
When you're in the middle of combat,
right,
anything can happen.
This makes a lot of sense, Archie. Thank you. I'll try again. And the training resumes.
And then I shoot one right above her head. Sorry.
She ducks. Ah!
No,
Just all
like
this,
I
like-
shoot one in the air. Sorry.
Oh.
To see if I can distract her.
She's distracted. Mariposa, you're taking a look at this journal.
Mm-hmm. And smoking a cigarette because I need it bad.
And smoking a cigarette, just trying to steady your nerves. Do you want me to recap what you learned from it last time, or?
Oh, well, I wasn't there. So yeah, if you want to let me know what's going on.
The journal, it's got a combination of notes that are like religious in nature and also math in nature. Maybe some sort of engineering plans, as well as prepping for speeches. It speaks about the founding of the Abbey, the gradual construction of the subterranean workshop, the frequent bandit raids that caused the congregation to flee further into the desert. The author says that they fled to a place called the Glass House. He was fearful that in their attempt to flee from the bandits and to go to the Glass House for safety, that they were following a darker path.
Right. Okay. Nothing about these robots and stuff that they talked about earlier, though.
You see some schematic bits that would have...
I guess maybe that was the math
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. I guess Mariposa doesn't even know about the robots. We haven't had a chance to tell her about the steam man, right?
Yeah, no, I guess not. It's been busy.
No, I'm learning about this. I am wrapped.
Yeah, you see a bunch of engineering drawings in there. Roll me a wits.
A 5.
Yeah, so it's all gobbledygook to you.
Yeah.
It's mostly numbers and lines.
I went to school, but not for engineering.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's the notes of the locations that we've talked about in the desert. So there's a spring that has been poisoned, and it is indicated with like a skull and crossbones, and it says it has been blackened by Naps man McCarty.
Naps. All right.
There's the standing stones with a note that says the glass housers hold their sunset liturgy here. And then the eye drawn at the center of the maze. And it says, I think this is where those raiders make camp, probably where they're keeping my Factor 12, since they won't be able to find anyone knowledgeable enough to sell it to.
A Factor 12. And that is a... I'm not sure.
That's all you got.
There's no... I was hoping for maybe some sort of talking about like the bell or learning more about their religious stuff here too.
Speeches and liturgies in there, but it's all about like enabling your mind to understand the numbers in the world around you and accessing the golden triangle.
Oh, okay.
Connecting mind, body, and feet, stuff like that.
And feet, I say, I throw the book away. Everybody knows you don't combine your feet with your body. That's disgusting. Okay. Then I guess I'm just gonna have a restless night for the rest of my tenure here.
Thinking your way through that. William Tamburino, as you are entering into this Abbey space, you see that there's like an open cooking area that has been all disheveled and tables and benches have been thrown all over. It looks like several gunfights has taken place in the courtyard of this Abbey. The little cooking area has, it's got some beat up pots and pans and a good little like wood fire stove that's like pretty well put together with like some like wrought iron grills and a little like hanger for pots to boil water over the fire and stuff like that. So it looks like you have all the tools you need if you truly do in fact know how to cook.
I don't. I mean, you've seen my character sheet. I have no skills.
If you would like to attempt to make everybody a tasty meal to ingratiate yourself.
Yes, I would. I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, let's roll a wits.
So I rolled a 2, so that would be a 0.
Oh, but you got an ace.
I do have an ace, and I think you're supposed to use them as fast as possible.
Yes,
before
definitely.
They get taken away. So I'm going to use that right now.
All right.
Okay. Well, it's not really any better. I got a 3 total.
It's better.
I think Billy put like that can of beans into like a pot. With like
without opening
nothing
it.
else. No, he opened it.
It's just a bomb.
Opened it with a knife and put it in, and then just put the burner on as hot as he could, and
right.
Left it for like 20 minutes. Came back.
He walked away. Great.
So this burnt bean cookie,
exactly,
slides out of the pot onto a plate and Billy breaks it into 5 pieces or 6 pieces.
Yeah.
You can cut them into little like hockey pucks.
Crispy.
Everybody kind of eventually finishes their jobs. They smell the delicious aroma of blackened beans.
Yes. We're all familiar with this.
You all make your way over to the cookhouse where Billy Bigtoes serves you your evening dinner.
Wait a second. What is this?
Well,
It's black.
How'd you get my mom's recipe?
So you like it?
It's just like Mama used to make.
Yeah, just like how my mama used to make too.
He gives you a small nod, like he kind of understands you.
Yeah. What was your name again?
Yeah, no one's introduced themselves.
He just stares at you as he eats the blackened bean cookie.
I honestly really want to keep this up as long as possible.
All right, I'm on board now.
William hands you all a business card.
A second one?
Yeah, you get a second one. He forgot he gave you the first one.
It's like stapled to the bean cookie.
And Archie's holding it upside down and nodding knowingly at it. Yeah, interesting words. Well, Billy, this is disgusting. I don't know what Killdread's on about, but...
What, the font? I thought it was pretty nice.
These are canned beans burnt to a crisp.
Oh,
they're not even soft
food.
anymore. Yeah.
I thought you meant the business card.
Oh, I can't read. I don't know what the fuck this says.
Well, all right then. Fair enough.
So you stay away from the kitchen.
Well, every stove is different, and
Especially when you walk away from it.
This was just a fire.
You don't know that. You weren't here.
Either way.
I tried my best. Doggone it.
So you've had a bite to eat. You've all done a little bit of work around the camp tonight. You said you wanted to rest for the evening and probably for the next day as well. So you, having had food and water and cigarettes, you can all heal 2 hit points for each that you get, sleep and food. So 4 hit points back for everybody.
Even with the burnt food, it's still good?
Yeah. It's still calories.
Apparently it's edible.
Just dip it in water.
So what happens with me and miserable?
So miserable is a condition in the game. If you're miserable, you do not heal HP from resting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you get it from food, though.
So, yeah, you can still get the 2 hit points from your food.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's up to you because you're kind of self-imposing this on yourself. You could decide, are you going to keep that condition so that you can't heal outside of getting a good meal? Or are you, until you, resolve something psychologically? What
was it that made you miserable?
Having to end my friend's life.
Oh, wow.
You just have to accept that you're a murderer. It'll be fine.
Oh, that part doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's the fact that my poor friend was dying some horrible death.
We could make up a different condition. We could say you're grieving instead of miserable.
Okay, that makes sense.
We could give that kind of a custom sort of thing, like maybe it's a penalty on certain types of ability checks.
You have to wear a black hat now.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Could be -1 to luck until you...
That's kind of what I was thinking, is -1 to luck, perhaps.
Okay.
Until you move on to the next stage of grief.
Which is going to be fucking killing these guys, I think.
Did we want to have a little funeral service for Clem?
Yep, I think so.
We can do a little, paying our respects here at the table.
Yeah, we can all share a memory around the fire.
Who starts?
I am an ordained priest, so I could do a service for y'all.
Is that real?
Sure.
From what we know, yeah.
Yeah, wow, a cook and a priest. Amazing.
Let me see your credentials.
Well, I don't seem to have them on me anymore. The gang must have stolen them, but...
Missed opportunity. You could have handed me a blank piece of paper and I would have believed you.
Just keep in mind that it's not Earth. There's no Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to make up any kind of cult that you want, really.
Triangle cult. I guess we can say he's been baptized in the blood of Triangle Bullets cult.
Wow.
Them good for nothing triangle bullets cult. That's what they're called.
I don't think we ever found their name.
Well, he's your friend, so You should talk about whatever was important to him.
Our dearest friend, he was an interesting folk. He was wanted for spectacular theft, I believe. And I don't know what he stole, but I'm sure it was something cool. He was a good friend. He was a good bargainer. We did many trades together. And I'll miss him.
I'd like to say a few words, Mr. Cuddles. I think your debts are paid now, sir. And I hope you rest. And that you come back, get a bit more of the guts to not be so awkward stuff.
You think he's coming back?
Well, the fairies might
right.
come, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Your cult doesn't believe people come back?
That's like 50-50 if you come back.
Yeah, see, he knows.
Right. I don't consider myself one of spiritual nature. I'm sorry to tell you there.
But you believe in fairies, right?
Oh, yeah. That's science.
Okay.
Fairies, women who turn into bears,
Yep,
talking snakes. We all know that these are real things.
Mm-hmm.
yes, science.
Darn tootin'.
So I'm going to take my hat off and stand up. He was a damn idiot, but he was our damn idiot.
Hear, hear.
And I raised my water glass and I take a big swig.
And Beatrice stands forward. I didn't know Mr. Cuddles the Third for very long, but I always wanted to buy one of his grandpappy's mattresses. I heard wonderful things about box springs.
Can you imagine how soft they'd be?
I think all of us around this circle would agree that, if we could get a good box spring, especially at 50% off, why did we bury the body?
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
I'll miss you, Mr. Cuddles.
Because we were going to bring the hat
Oh, yes, the hat.
as proof.
Beatrice picks up some sand from the ground, feels it between her fingers. Ah, yes, this is good stuff. And she throws it on top of the grave.
Just out of curiosity, how deep did you bury him?
Should I roll for that?
Yeah, roll a d6.
I don't know.
For feet.
2.
2 feet?
2 feet?
2 feet.
All right.
So we were just putting dirt on top of him, basically.
Sand.
It was just enough for his body to be below ground, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow.
The stone will keep him down. Sandstone.
Sandstone, yeah. It's heavy, right?
Yeah.
So you have laid Clem to rest. You've met a new friend. You've gathered your wits about you. And you look out into the distance. You've got a bunch of new horses. You see the maze laid out before you. How do you proceed? Do you make any preparations? Do you gather anything else of note from the Abbey before you head out?
Well, Billy Bigtoes is going to leave a business card on on Clem's grave.
Okay.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
So everybody
And
knows who
then-
murdered him. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh no, is that what they'll think?
That's what that means.
Do you mark the grave otherwise? Do you put his name on it, or?
I was thinking no.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to have to, if we want to actually turn him in, we should probably be able to know where he is.
Right.
But I also feel bad for doing that. Yeah.
I don't know. I think the only people that are going to miss him are right here. And we know where he is.
I think that's right.
All right.
That was beautiful.
That was there's a tear rolling down everybody's cheeks.
It was beautiful and also kind of like a backhanded compliment. Because no one else loved it.
You've got a couple draft horses now. Do you want to hook those up to the water
Yes.
carriage instead?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay.
I'd also like to try riding one of the horses if nobody
The
opposes.
one riding horse we have?
Yeah.
I think I said there
Perfect.
was 2 riding horses.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say there's 2 then.
There was 2 draft horses, 2 riding horses, and a mule.
Oh, so
Right.
Jupiter's shoulder 2.
All right. Billy, you might be in charge of the cart because I think your horse is going to pull it.
Oh, that sounds fine to me. I'm used to driving a cart, so no worries.
And it will go a little faster than with the mules, which is nice. Are you guys going to
Mhm.
keep the rest of those horses with you, your original mounts? Or
The mules and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine leaving Tequila Sunrise behind, but she's just going to be next to.
Yeah. you got a mule train following behind the cart.
Yep.
Mhm.
They're all tied up onto a rope.
All right.
All right, so you head out. Is it nighttime or is it daytime? You tell me.
It's nighttime.
Okay.
But that was part of what I did in the day, was to figure out actually how to get there from here.
Okay. So you plan to route out with your spy
Yes.
glass.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So then why don't we get you to give us a wits with advantage, because you've made this preparation to get us to the maze without any major incidents.
Nice.
I got a 12.
12. That is a success. So you managed to get us to the entrance of the maze, which is really just this network of like slot canyons carved into the rock by millions of years of erosion and water and wind. And you're working to pick your way through these paths, trying to make sure that, you don't accidentally go down a canyon that's too narrow for the horses or for the cart.
Wait,
Yeah.
We turn to you.
can I mark some of this stuff somehow? So like when we first walk in through the entrance, like every few minutes, just put like a nick somewhere, or I
Sure.
don't know, color something on the wall.
You
So
can
kinda know
use
where-
some of these baked beans as like a charcoal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You didn't eat yours?
No, you can have my
There's
disc.
also a piece of chalk.
Yes. I use
Oh,
a
yeah.
charcoal.
We found
Yeah.
actual chalk. And we scoffed at that earlier, but damn.
Yeah.
So you're marking your way with the chalk as you work your way through these canyons. I'm going to have one of you be leading, scouting your way through, and Killdread, I'll have you bringing up the rear because you're marking that path.
I feel like Archie should be leading.
Yeah, who wants to be our navigator?
I do have like good night vision. That's one
Right.
of my skills.
Okay.
So that makes sense. I
All
can
right.
do that.
Tell me about how, you've got this good ability to see in the dark, or at
Mhm.
least, in the twilight. As you're picking your way through, how are you doing this? Are you riding ahead of everybody and coming back and giving them some information? Are you trying to climb up and get a better vantage point? Are you smell in the air? What's Archie's methodology?
I do like the idea of climbing up and peering into, which also uses one of my other skills, which is brick climber.
Okay. So,
So I think that'd apply to rocks.
sure. Okay. So give me a grit with advantage.
10.
A 10. Okay. And Killdread, give me a luck.
7.
7. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, I'm gonna use my ace.
You're going to use your ace?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I should have used my...
Gotta
oh,
use those.
I don't know.
You can still, I haven't told you the results of anything yet.
Okay, a
Yes.
7.
Sure. I'm going to use my ace. I'll use my ace on the thing then.
Okay, sure.
No, still 10.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, interesting how that keeps happening. Okay. So you're making your way through these winding routes. And despite Archie's attempt to climb up and get you guys a good vantage point to be able to pick your way through, it's just dark and you can't really see the way that the canyons are going from that higher vantage point. So, he takes you down some wrong twists, down some wrong turns. And Killdread, before long, you notice that you go to mark a spot on an intersection on the wall and you see that you have already left a mark here before.
Oh, no.
And as you look forward and back, you see that, in the darkness of the night, this twisting canyon seems to have caused you to turn back on your route. And you're all lost in here.
no,
And
no.
we'll have to see what happens with that in 2 weeks.
No.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh no.
Thanks for listening to The House of Bob. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on your favorite social media platform at The House of Bob, or by chatting with us on Discord. And most of all, you can support us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/The House of Bob. The show is possible to all our patrons who get one-shots, commentary, and other cool stuff. All the links are in the show notes. Art for this campaign is by me, Shaun Makes. Audio production is by Astronomic Audio, and music is by Duke Albert, John Julius, and Mike Hammock. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
And yeehaw. I look for the second best horse here.
Roll a d20.
And then
All
you
right.
cut his throat.
You killed a man for less.
Hey, you guys make it sound like I wasn't trying to end his suffering.
Also, whatever helps you sleep at night. Just saying.
No, doesn't help me sleep at night. I have the miserable condition.
I'm just saying, Clem didn't ask for his suffering to be ended. That's all.
He was just bleeding out of his mouth and coughing up blood and everything.
He was fine.
Yeah, he could have lasted 10, 15 minutes.
Probably not. I think he described at one point he was drinking and we could smell it coming from the bottom half.
Oh, no.
Who is Mariposa?
It was funny. When we walked into camp, I was going to be like, Mariposa Dela Cruz Rosales. Who the hell is that guy?
That's good.
Now Alex just needs to cut that and put it
Put it in the right place.
There you go. Bigtoes for saving our life. For saving your life, rather. Can you give... for saving
What?
Thanks for saving our life, dude.
I think it'd be nice if you opened up the ceremony.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the life of a dearly departed man who was taken too soon. I don't know his name nor his deeds, but I'm sure these fine folks who I also don't know will tell me.
All right, no one say his name while we toast him. I really liked his shotgun leg. Oh shoot! Did you bury his shotgun? Did you put his shotgun in the ground?
His shotgun leg?
It was in his pants. I didn't want to take him off.
You're just realizing this now.
That's fair. Anyway,
He'd want it that way.